Hi guys, before we start the video, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out, please, and thank you. All right. Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? I am back. Got a few requests about this video today, and it's about the different exercises you can do to help you heal or help you get out of the void or that depression. I wrote down 5 of my favorite shadow work prompts, and that's what I call the exercises to get out of this. It's called shadow work. Number 1, tarot sun card activity. And that is, you get your tarot deck if you have one, you look for the sun card, and whatever card is before that is the person that you aspire to be, okay? That's the card before the sun. And the card after the sun is what is stopping you from becoming that person. Write that down in your journal, okay? And then number 2 is, this is a journaling prompt, so you don't need anything but a pen and a paper. Self-discovery shadow work. And the questions are, or whatever. It's not a question, but it says, describe how you would live if you weren't afraid of what people think of you. And then the second question thing is, what is keeping you from living that way? This one is a journal prompt, okay? This is like one of my favorites. And by the way, shadow work, it's shadow work for all kinds of like different things. Like you can do shadow work for addiction, shadow work for, which is whatever problem that you have or depression that you have, there's an exercise for all of it. So if this doesn't necessarily match what you are feeling, just turn it into what you're feeling. You know what I mean? If you don't have issues with self-discovery, then, you know, base it on what you're feeling. You know what I mean?
I'm really bad at explaining things.
Number 3 is inner child, and this is a big one for me. This is the prompt. Write a letter to your child self apologizing for how you weren't there when they needed you. Give your inner child the loving reassurance you really needed back then. I know that sounds cheesy. It's talking about when you let yourself down, like, you know what I mean? Like you weren't there for yourself. You didn't put yourself first. You know what I mean? It's talking about stuff like that. So I know it sounds cheesy, but it really does help once you know, realize what it's really talking about. You know what I mean? Number 4 is, what negative thing can I stop telling myself? And the second part to that is, where does it stem from? That is a huge one for me. For the first 2 days, you meditate on these 2 questions and really just think about it and think about where it comes from. Why do you care so much about what other people think of you? Where does that stem from? Your insecurities to where? Really think, really think. And if you really do this right, after those 2 days are up, you will have a better understanding of where your issues are coming from in order to grow and to get over whatever you're grieving or going through. First, find out the start of the problem. So that's a big one. It really does help. Okay, and number 5 is, these are difficult questions. This is like a journaling prompt, another one. Or, when was the last time you acted irrationally? Have you ever felt like you disappointed yourself, and why? What worries you the most? Have you settled for less, and if so, why? Do you avoid asking for help? Decisions you wish you had never made? And if someone says, I have bad news, where does your mind jump to? And the last one is, what is your negative self-talk? So out of all of those questions, you pick the one that really made you feel the most, you know? And again, you meditate on that for a few days and really figure out why it irked you. Figure out all your feelings, why, how, when, you know, all of that. And so once you figure that out, it really does help you move forward. You know what I mean? It helps you move on, pretty much. So those are my favorite writing, or not, they're not all writing prompts, but those are my 5 shadow work prompts that I like the most. I hope y'all like them. And I got a new dog and I want y'all to meet her. So hold on, let me get her. Look, come here. Look. Aww. This is Bailey, guys. Isn't she pretty? She's a XL American Bully, and she is a big baby. She's only 6 months. Can y'all believe that? Look how big she is. Hi. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week, okay? Bye, guys.